Now for the top story tonight. Last night, we were able to talk with Governor Chaffee, and I admire him for coming on because he knows that I'm pretty fed up with his point of view. So, Governor, a holiday tree really, Governor? What's a tradition of a holiday tree? Where does the holiday tree come from?
Well, last year, when the subject came up about what we're going to do at this time of year, I said, just do what the previous governor did. We're not going to change anything. And that's what we did. Somehow this has all erupted into some kind of controversy, but I did what the previous governor did, call it a holiday tree, and the governor before him. So this goes back to the 90s.
All right. Do you know the traditions of the tree and why it is used around the Christmas season? Do you know where that came from?
Well, I've heard all the different scenarios. Some say it's something to do with paganism, but the main thing, it's a happy time of year.
And, all right, and I'm happy.
Being a Christian,
and you're
of course, having at my house, I have a Christmas tree. It's a happy time in my house, and it should be here. But we also have to be conscious of changing times.
We'll get to the changing time thing in a moment. Now, the Christmas tree came from Germany. All right, that's where it first came from. And they decorated it for the children, and then, you know, it kind of morphed into a Santa Claus thing. You put it in your car, you have Christmas gifts under the tree. There's a tradition
so you're going to lecture me now on traditions?
Wait. There's a tradition. There's a tradition to it that supersedes the governors of Rhode Island, with all due respect. There's a tradition to the Christmas tree, all right? It's there in context. So guys like you come in, and the previous governors, and I'm sure there are people in other places, say, you know what? We don't want the Christmas tree tradition anymore. And that's what tees people off. You say you want people happy. They're not happy with you, Governor. They want you to call a Christmas tree a Christmas tree. There is no holiday tree. There's no tradition of a holiday tree.
Do you remember, did you have to go to public school and have to say the Lord's Prayer in public school?
No, I went to Catholic school, and the nuns beat me up.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, well, I did. And get this. First, we had to say Pledge Allegiance, which is good, but then all of us had to say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. But then the Supreme Court ruled that that should not be, that all students, non-Christians, have to say a Christian prayer. And there was outrage, just like there is now with this tree. But now you look back on it, and you think, of course you can't ask non-Christians to say a Christian prayer in public school. So these controversies, you generate them here, but there really shouldn't be controversies.
Yeah, I think you're conflating two different issues,
paid for by everybody of, no, not at all.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, the Christmas tree is a secular symbol. It's not a symbol of religion. It has nothing to do with religion.
This is a secular building. This is a public building.
Lord's
it's paid for by people of all religions.
Governor, the Lord's Prayer is obviously a religious expression. A Christmas tree is secular. It has nothing to do with religion.
Everybody used to have to say it in elementary school, in public school.
You're making an invalid comparison between a religious prayer and a secular symbol. It doesn't make any sense.
This is a public building. This is a public building
and you have a secular Christmas tree in a public. Look, the White House is a Christmas tree, okay? So what's it? The White House has a Christmas tree, and Rhode Island can't have one?
They call it a White House tree.
No, it's a Christmas tree.
Then.
Barack Obama calls it a Christmas tree. He's your guy. He calls it a Christmas tree.
You know, for 89 years, presidents and Americans have come together to light the national Christmas tree.
Well, times are changing, and here in this building, previous governors, not only me, I just said, continue what the previous governor's done, and that's what I did. You like to make a lot of controversy, so all I can say is,
Governor, you're the guy making the controversy. All I want to do is keep the traditions of Christmas that make most Americans happy. The polls show 90% of Americans celebrate Christmas, and they want to call it a Christmas tree. You're in the minority. You're imposing your will, and you're making people unhappy in a season of joy. That's not right. You're not doing the right thing, Governor.
I don't make anybody happy. I just said do what the previous governors did. I know you're not making anybody
happy. Everybody's unhappy with you. All right? The atheists want you to burn the holiday tree. They want to just burn it. All right? Come on, Governor, you know I'm right. You know I'm right. In your heart, you know I'm right.
No, your show, Fox News, you guys are too angry.
I'm not angry, Governor. I'm not. Look, I'm a happy guy. I'm just not. I want our traditions to be respected. That's all.
Well, Merry Christmas.
All right, Governor. Thanks for taking the heat. We appreciate you coming on.
Have a good day.
And by the way, the governor gave the good people of Rhode Island exactly 30 minutes today, 30 minutes, to attend the tree lighting ceremony. Why the short notice? He didn't want protesters.